Hola, welcome back. That's all I know in Spanish. No, ¿qué tal? How are you? I have a surprise for Elena today. So tell me what you tomorrow. Tell me what this reminds you of. All right? Okay. So keep watching, Elena. I'm gonna set my pin. I think it's a navy blue day. And my highlighter. I think it's orange day. Okay, so today we're going to do the second part of lesson 2.4. We're going to be working with applied problems where we have 3 unknown quantities. And also I'm going to do a little segment on complementary and supplementary angles just to help you to remember those as well. So here we go. Elena, isn't that a Tinkerbell sound to you? I thought of you when I heard that. So here we go. I already did the explosions for the boys. Here's the Tinkerbells for the girls. All right. So we're going to keep with that same 6-step approach. We're going to read. We're going to read and identify what we're asked to find. We're going to assign a variable, and if we have to define more than one variable, we're going to do that, but it's all going to be in terms of the same letter. We're going to write an equation. We're going to solve the equation. We're going to state the answer, and then we're going to check the answer for reasonableness. All right. When we're working with 3 unknown quantities, all right, the thing about what's unique about these is that while we may be looking for three different lengths, measures, widths, whatever, what have you, all right, 2 of them will be described or related to the third. So the variable that you're going to choose is the one that both of the other 2 things we're looking for are described in terms of. For example, you might read something like, the length of the first is twice as long as the second. So the first is described in terms of the second. And then the length of the third is 10 more than the second. Do you see how both the first and the third are described in terms of the second? We're going to let our variable represent the second, in this case the second length, all right? And then we're going to write expressions for the first and the third in terms of this variable, all right? So let's see how this works. All right, finding 3 unknown quantities. A 70-inch board needs to be cut into 3 pieces, okay? So that means the total board is going to be 70 inches. We can't end up with any more than 70 inches, okay? The longest needs to be twice the length of the middle. So look here, the middle. The longest is described in terms of the middle. The shortest needs to be 10 inches shorter than the middle. All right? So which size do we need to let our variable represent? The middle. The middle, because both the longest and the shortest are described in relation to that middle length piece. All right? So we want to find the length of each piece. So we're going to find the length of 3 pieces of wood. All right? M is going to equal the middle. All right? The longest needs to be twice the length. So 2M has to equal the longest, right? And the shortest piece needs to be 10 inches shorter. Well, if something is shorter, then we have to subtract 10 inches from it, right? So we have to take M minus 10 is going to equal the shortest. Right? Then we have to write an equation. Once these are cut, they all have to add up to what? 70. Because they can't be any more than what the original board was. So we have to take M plus 2M plus M minus 10, and they all have to add up to 70 inches. Now we have one equation, and we just have to gather up our M's. m plus 2m plus m. That's 4m minus 10 is equal to 70. I'm going to add 10. And 4m is equal to 80. And divide by 4. So m equals 20. If m equals 20, the middle size board, middle size is 20 inches. Longest has to be twice that, is 40 inches. And the smallest is 10 inches. Okay, because 10 is 20 minus 10. 40 is 2 times 20. So if I add all of these up, 20 plus 40 plus 10, it better equal 70. And it does. 70 equals 70. Okay? Not too bad. Not too bad. All right. You guys try this one. It's very similar to it. You guys give it a whirl. Come back and I'll walk you through it. All right. I'm glad you tried this. Welcome back. Here we go. All right, we have to read first. A 50-inch pipe needs to be cut in 3 pieces. Okay, we've done this in the last problem. The longest needs to be 10 inches more than the middle size. Okay, so far I'm being it's being compared to the middle sized. The shortest piece needs to be 5 inches less than the middle sized piece again. Right? So my variable needs to be the middle-sized piece, all right? Find the length of each piece. So what am I looking to do? Oh, I didn't want to do that. All right. Whew, glad that's over. Oh, my. All right. All I want to do is get my pen. Sometimes things are so difficult. Read and identify. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the length of 3 pieces. Assign a variable. M is the middle. Okay. M plus 10 is the long. And M minus 5 is the short. Okay. What do I know about all 3 of them? That when I add them all together, they had better equal 50 inches. So I have 3m plus 5 is equal to 50. So 3m, I'm going to subtract 5 from both sides, is going to equal 45. M is going to equal 15 when I divide by 3. All right, so my middle. Okay, so m is equal to 15. Let's go over here. So my long piece is going to be m plus 10, which is 25. And my short piece is going to be m minus 5, which is equal to 10. Okay, so if I write my answer, middle size pipe is 15 inches long. Size is 25 inches. Short is 10 inches. All right, and if I want to check it, all right, I need to take 15 plus 25 plus 10, and it had better equal 50 when it's all said and done. And this is 25. 25 plus 25 is 50. 50 equals 50. I'm actually adding these 3 numbers together and getting 50, and it checks. Okay? Don't you love that chime? It's so pretty. Okay. An office manager is responsible for booking airline travel. She booked a total of 55 tickets. All right, so something is going to add up to a total of 55 tickets. Okay? She booked 7 more American airline tickets than United Air tickets, and 4 more than twice as many on Southwest than on United. United. What does my variable need to be? The United. All right? How many of each ticket? Okay, so what am I looking for? Number of tickets per airline. Number of tickets on each airline. Okay? My variable needs to be United because both of the other ones are described in terms of United. All right? So U is equal to United. Okay? She booked 7 more American airline tickets than United airline tickets. So if I take the United airline and I add 7 to it, what happens? I get the American. Sorry, my phone is going off. I won't stop. All right? And then she booked 4 more than twice as many. Okay, twice as many. This says 2 times. So I have 2U plus 4. That's the Southwest. Southwest. Sorry, that's really crummy handwriting, but that's Southwest. And I have to write an equation. Okay? So I know she booked a total of 55 tickets, right? So these all had better add up to 55 tickets. So U plus the American is U plus 7 plus the Southwest is 2U plus 4. All have to add up to 55 tickets. Okay, because this is the number of United tickets, the number of American tickets, and the number of Southwest tickets. Okay, so I'm going to collect my U's. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4U plus 11 has to equal 55. All right, I'm going to subtract 11. So I get 4U is equal to 44. Well, that's a nice number. I'm going to divide by 4. U is equal to, and solve that, 11. So if U is equal to 11, American is equal to U plus 7. So that's 18. And Southwest is equal to 2U plus 4. So that's 22 plus 4. That's 26. So write out the answers. United tickets is 11. American is 18. And Southwest is 26. And if I add all of those together, 11 plus 26 plus 18, what do I get? Well, I better end up with 55 if I'm going to be right. All right? So I have 1 plus 6 is 7, plus 8 is 15, carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Woohoo! We did it! Yay, us! All right? And it checks. Checks for reasonableness. I can't have any more than 55 tickets. So, can't have anything less than 55 tickets. It has to be equal to 55 tickets. Oh, don't you love that sound? All right, here we go. Now, this is a review of geometry. So, we're going to solve problems that involve complementary and supplementary angles. Okay? Complementary angles are 2 angles whose measures, the measure of their angles, add up to 90 degrees. All right? So, if you know the measure of an angle, its complement has to be 90 degrees minus the angle. Right? the complementary angle has to be 90 degrees minus the angle that you're given. Okay? Supplementary angles are two angles whose measures add up to 180 degrees. So, if you know an angle A, then the supplement has to be 180 degrees minus the angle. And just to keep things on a straight and narrow, a straight angle is one measure that is 180 degrees. One measure that is 180 degrees. All right. Find the measure of an angle. Find the measure of an angle whose supplement is 10 more than twice its complement. Okay? Find the measure of an angle. So what are we looking for? We're looking for the measure of an angle. All right? So if we let A equal the angle, then the 90 minus A is equal to the complement, and 180 minus A is equal to the supplement. Okay? So we have to write an equation. Okay? Find the measure whose supplement is supplement. So what is the supplement? 180 minus A is, that means it's equal, is 10 more than, so we're going to add twice the complement. 2 times what's the complement? Well, that's 90 minus A. Okay? Now, I'm going to work on solving this equation. I'm going to distribute first. So I have 180 minus A equals 10 plus 180 minus 2A. All right, so these are going to cancel. I'm going to add 2A over here and 2A over here, and I get A is equal to 10. All right, so I have A is equal to 10. I have 90 minus A is equal to 80. And then I have 180 minus A is equal to 170. And then I have to check. Okay? So I have 180 minus A is 10 is equal to 10 plus 2 times 90 minus 10. Okay, so this simplifies to 170. And then this becomes, this is 90 minus 10 is 80 times 2. So this becomes 10 plus 160. So I get 170 equals 170. And it checks. All right, so find the measure of an angle whose supplement is 10 more than twice its complement. Okay, so if I take twice the complement, 2 times 80, okay, and I add 10 to it, I get 170. And that's what my supplement was. All right, so this kind of feels a little messy, but just stick with what you know. You have an angle, you have a relationship for the complement of an angle, and you have a relationship for the supplement of an angle. Okay? Find the measure of an angle such that the sum, okay, so we're going to be adding something together, of the measure of its complement. Okay, so we're going to add the complement and its supplement, and we need it to equal 174. Okay, so what are we looking for? The measure of an angle. Right? So we're going to let A equal the angle. And then we need the complement is 90 minus A. And the supplement is 180 minus A. And I have to add the complement and the supplement. So that means I need to take 90 minus A plus 180 minus A, and it has to equal 174 degrees. So I have 270 minus 2A equals 174. I'm going to subtract 270 and 270. And I get negative 2A. All right. So if this was 170, then I would be at 100. So this needs to be negative 96. Just going to check that. 174 minus 270. Okay, negative 96. And then I'm going to divide by a negative 2. I'm glad that I got a negative on both sides because I can't have negative angles in this. A is equal to 48. So my angle is 48 degrees. Okay? So if I have an angle that's 48 degrees, what's the complement? Well, the complement is going to be 52. Sorry, 42. Yeah, nice. Complement is 42. Supplement is 132. Okay? So in order for this to work, I have to add them together. And they better equal what? 174. So I get 2 and 2 is 4, 3 and 4 is 7, and 1 plus 8, I get 174 on both sides. Woohoo! Yay! We did it. All right, here's going to be our homework for tomorrow in class. If you need to, watch this a couple times if you've got time. This one wasn't super long, so I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and good night.